right, so Rick Carter morning talking about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
What up, brother? Good to be with you this morning. Listen, before I get into what I really want to talk about, I want to take these moments to just laugh at how bad and just dumb your president is. Did you see him with the president of Liberia?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Asking the president of Liberia how he learned to speak English.
Oh, my gosh.
Where he was educated.
So good.
Not understanding that the first language of Liberia is English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you black and you talk good.
Right. We've all heard it, right?
So let's talk about some leaders that are doing some amazing things. Many of us have heard, and if you haven't, I hope that you will dive into this. We talk about violence all the time in our communities, and 2 cities in particular are just doing amazing things as it relates to violence reduction, and that's the city of Baltimore and the city of Birmingham, Alabama. And Mayor Brandon Scott and Mayor Randall Woodfin are working like, madmen, not by themselves, but with amazing groups of people from every sector to reduce violence in ways we haven't seen in over 20 years. And so big up to my mayor, Brandon Scott. But I had a chance really quickly. He was running through the airport, Rick. I had a chance to jump on the phone with Randall Woodfin and ask him, what are you doing? What's happening in Birmingham differently? And one of the things he said to me, I really thought was important. Take a listen to this.
The street teams are where the real work is now. People who are formerly incarcerated, people who are formerly drug dealers, will rehab themselves, and they are out here acting and serving as intermediaries, decreasing and de-escalating situations of the back and forth. That is showing the most drive. We need people who are credible messengers, who people trust, who are relatable, who are not elected officials, who are not police officers, can not only talk the language, but have been in the streets themselves, that can tell people this is not the path. This is the way. And no, by the way, here are the resources we offer.
That's good right there. That's really good.
No, it's great. And when
that's
you think
genius,
about,
as a matter of fact.
Well, and how many times have many of us said you can't police your way out of violence? And so we're hearing this from Brandon Scott. We're hearing this from Randall Woodfin. I think there are other mayors that are doing the same thing. Brandon Scott, he said in a press release just a few days ago, our continued progress is the direct result of comprehensive, evidence-based public safety strategy that we have implemented in partnership with residents. And I think that's the big piece, right? You can't solve this without the people. And when you've got mayors that are from the city, who love the city, one of the things that Mayor Woodfin said to me was he celebrated Brandon Scott. And he was like, Brandon and I are the same that in our love for the city that we're from. And one of the other things that Mayor Woodfin talked about was he's literally diving in. You're talking about if you are a parent of a kid who gets perfect attendance, you are registered in a raffle to get your rent paid for the month.
Man, that's awesome.
And so we know that when we keep our kids in school, we keep our kids off the street. When we keep our kids off the street, there's less things that happen. And so the other thing that I thought was really important was the wraparound services that they are providing for those who come out of prison. He went deep into talking about one of the things that they're focused on is making sure that they're getting driver's license to brothers and sisters that are getting out. Because if you don't have an ID, you can't get a job. If you can't get a job, you're going back to the streets. If you go back to the streets, you're either going to violate your probation or parole, and you're going to go back inside. And so I am loving what I'm hearing from both these mayors. It's so much deeper, and I'm going to try to see. I was talking to Mayor Woodfin on a cell phone at the airport. So the audio is not incredible, but I'm going to try to see if I can get this whole interview in a way that we can hear it, because it just is really incredible what he's doing. And so what I'd love for you all to do is, I don't care if you live in Baltimore or you live in Birmingham or not, hit Mayor Scott and hit Mayor Woodfin and tell them thank you on behalf of their whole city for what they're doing. Mayor B.M. Scott is Mayor Brandon Scott's IG. And if you go to Woodfin for Beham, that's Woodfin, F-O-R, Beham, Mayor Woodfin, we need to celebrate folks, because one of the things that I heard from the mayor yesterday, Rick, was he's barely getting press for any of this. And when they're high, when the violence rates are high, you can't stop the press from talking about it.
Right.
So we got to talk about these two brothers and others doing an amazing job. Y'all hit me at Jeff Nation on IG. Let me know what you think. Love y'all. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll talk to y'all on the other side.
Hey, Jeff, that's good stuff, man. I'm going to text Mayor Wolfen this morning. Whatever, anything that I can do, we can do on our part on this radio. To help and to help the city of Baltimore and to help the city of Birmingham. I'm down. I always want to try to serve the community. Hey, y'all, Jeff Johnson, 3 things you need to know. Appreciate you, Jeff. Chicken and Waffle Mix coming up next. Rick Smiley Morning Show.